So in my previous video, I have covered common phases of an SOA delivery life cycle phases. Today I am covering SOA delivery strategies. These strategies are again divided into three different ways. The first is top-down strategy, the second is bottom-up strategy, and third is agile strategy. So the agile strategy is also called as meet in the middle. So every delivery strategies are having its own advantages and disadvantages. So let us start the top-down strategies in this video lecture. So the success of project delivery, delivering a service-oriented solution generally is measured by the extent to which the solution fulfills the expected requirements within a given budget and time. So end user is giving the budget and time, and as per his budget and time, the developers develop the web services. So service-oriented architecture, developer, and analyst, these three people, they develop the web services and they fit that web services in a given budget and time. And to fitting that uh, development process in a given budget and time, they may prefer the different strategies. The first strategy may be the top-down strategy. The second strategy may be the bottom-up strategy. The third strategy may be the agile strategy. So today I am covering the top-down strategy. As the name suggests, top-down strategy. So in this strategy, we focus on breaking up problem into smaller parts. In top-down strategy, as the name suggests that, in this strategy, in this approach, we focus on breaking up the problem into smaller parts. So we are starting with the top. So the main problem, and the main problem is decomposed into smaller problems in different levels. So each part of the program, separately, and therefore contain the redundancy. So after decomposition, every unit is again developed separately. Therefore, sometimes the redundancy may exist. So communication is less in the module in case of top-down approach. The top-down approach, decomposition takes place. Top function of the system might be hard to identify. So in top-down approach, main function is written first and all the sub-functions are called from the main function. Sub-functions written based on the end user's requirement. So let us see one small example of top-down process. So suppose I want to develop the web services for the calculator. Then I can develop this, I can divide this calculator service into two important modules called as basic operations and advanced operations. Again, in basic operations, I mean, I'm identifying the basic operations like addition, subtraction, then multiplication and division. So see here the approach is used to solve this, to develop this calculator service. First, the basic operations are again developed. Again, in basic operations, I have identified a few basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So in this way, the top-down approach, the bigger problem is divided into smaller pieces, and afterward the developer can develop the smaller pieces and they integrate with each other. So they start the development of this particular service with the help of this calculator service. So main service, then the basic operation, then addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division logic is again written. So after one operation is again completed, then the second operation is taken, and then the second operation is also divided into smaller pieces, and the system is developed in top-down fashion. So please remember here, I am using the top-down strategy for developing the web services. In top-down strategy, as the name suggests that it is very much an analysis first approach. So you identify the problem, and after identifying the problem, you analyze the problem first. So here organization identifies the web service, and based on that web service, they identify they decompose that system with the help of analysis process. So they analyze that particular problem first, and then they trying to solve these problems. And this problem is divided into smaller pieces. And here top-down strategy supports are again used. And here all the three service layers are again identified by the developer first. So three service layers considering business process layer, the first layer. So business logic is again identified, then service interface layer logic is again developed, and the third is the application layer logic is again developed at the last. So the top-down strategy supports all the three levels of service layer. The first one is business process layer, service interface layer, and application layer. So see, this is the cycle used at the time of use when the developer use or analyst use this top-down strategy of developing the web services. So web services are again developed with the help of top-down strategy, with the help of bottom-up strategy, or with the help of agile, meet in the middle. So in top-down strategy, the life cycle looks like this. So the first step of this top-down strategic process is define the relevant ontology. So define the problem first. Divide that problem into smaller pieces up to the minor level, and then align the relevant business model. So identify the problem, divide the problem, then align the relevant business models, and after that perform the proper system oriented analysis. So thoroughly analysis is again carried out in the third phase. So after the detailed analysis, the time is again be given for designing the web services. So perform the service oriented design. So after designing, the step fifth is the development of services. Again, development of services, which technology? So that is also decided at the time of development of services. After development of the services, how to test the web services. So to testing the web services, I know that I have already created some videos. In the previous lecture also I have shown you that how to use the Postman testing tool or SOAP UI testing tool. So different testing tools are used in the testing this top-down strategic process. So test the service operations, each and every operations, and after testing, deploying the service in a cloud server, or organization may have their own servers for deploying the web service. So in some common top-down strategic process steps like this, so defining the relevant ontology, then aligning the relevant business models, then perform the service-oriented analysis, perform the service-oriented design, develop the service, test the service, and deploy the service. So let us see one by one all the phases. The first phase is define the relevant ontology. So top-down strategy. Suppose take the example that we have seen that the calculator web service is divided into small web services. And while developing the small web services, suppose I have taken the method, add method. So development of add method or add web service, add method web service is developed like this. So web service client is again created in the top-down strategies. So web service client requirement is again taken, analyzed, and his needs are again identified, and his application is again developed first. So for the add method, the web service client provides two variables, suppose A and B, and he passed some values. So in add method, the web service client application is developed first because it's a top-down approach. So the client passes the value of A and B, the two parameters passed by the client. A value is 10, B value is 20. So when the client module is completed, then how to test that module? So testing start from the client module in top-down strategy. So you test the web service client first. So for that, in the development technology, suppose I use the .NET gives you the debugger facility. So using that debugging facility, so I am able to test the web service client. Then the second is when the web service client is tested successfully, then you develop the another module called web service. So actual web service is developed afterward. So web service client application is developed first, and then actual web service is again developed by the developer. So they develop the web service afterward. Initially, only the web service client is again module is created and tested. So web service is not developed in first. So in top-down approach. So after testing the web service client, the web service is again developed afterward. So initially, you create the web service client and test the web service client using the debugger facilities. So let us see the example with the help of ASP.NET. So in ASP.NET, suppose I want to develop the web service for the add method. Then how to develop the web service client application first? So developing a web service client application, I am creating new website. So I am creating new website, and for that website I have taken Visual C#. And in Visual C#, you create ASP.NET empty website and give the name to this particular website as add web service client. So we are creating the web service client first. Click on OK. So after OK, you will find here add web service client containing web config and web debug config. So select this add web service client name, right click, and then add a web form. Because to pass the two variables, I required a web form, and the name of the web form I have given as add web service client. So just click on add button. So after adding, design the form. So for that addition method, I required two numbers. Then I am calling the add web service, and after the add web service is again ready, then I am able to test this web service. So I am just developing the client application first. So I am not able to test this application. For this, the testing tools are again used. So for this, to solve this problem, testing tools are again used by the developer. So here, how to test these two numbers are again, the user is passing these two numbers to the web service. So it is this particular form is running fine or not. How to test that? So you just develop the calling web service application. So to call the web service, I am passing the two variables in the text boxes. The first text box contains the value of 10, and the second text box containing the value of 20. So I am passing this value to, assigning this value to variable A and B, and to test this particular client application in the ASP.NET debug facility is again provided. So I have added one breakpoint, and after adding the breakpoint, you run the Firefox. So after running the Firefox, I am passing the two value 10 and 20, and I am clicking on call add web service. So after clicking that call add web service, so the integer a, so 10 is assigned to a. Integer a, the value 10 is again assigned. So I am accepting the value in the text box in a string format. So I am converting that string into integer. So now integer a is again having integer 10 value. So integer value is assigned to variable a, and the variable b contains the 20 value. So this is what in this way we are testing the add web service client application. So after testing this, then only in top-down approach, the next module is again developed by the tester, means developed by the developer is the web service, addition web service, addition method. So see here. So after successful testing of web service client, the developer now test the web service. C is equal to A plus B, the formula. So the first web service client is developed, and after testing the web service client, the developer develops the web service. So let us see the procedure of developing the web service and then testing both the service, means client and service combinedly using the integrated testing. So let us see. So for that, to create a web service in ASP.NET, I required a new project. So I am creating the new project, and in the new project I am creating web project, and in the web project I am creating ASP.NET empty web application. So ASP.NET empty web application I am creating, and the name of the empty web application is given as addition web service. So name of the application is given as addition web service, and just I am clicking on OK button. So after OK, after creating the web service client, so this web service, after creating the web service, I am adding one item. So you select, right click and add the web service, and the name is again given is addition service. Just click on add. So see here, I have taken one project, and in that project I have added one SOAP service, add service.asmx. So this is what the SOAP service template. So this particular template, here I am passing the add method below the web method. So let us see how to pass. So here the form is ready, the client application is ready. So I am developing the web service, and the web service name is public int addition, and I am accepting this integer a and integer b value from the client application. So client send the a and b value 10 and 20, and when that values are again received with the help of WSDL document, the user means the service provider is calculate the addition result and return the addition result in the XML document, and that XML record is again accepted by the client application, response accepted by the client application and shown properly. So after creating the web method, the web service, let us execute the web service. So after executing the web service, it will showing you the add method and the service description document. So in the ASP.NET, I am able to test the web service through this add method and through this service description. I am distributing the service description to the end user. So let us see how to test the add method. Just I am clicking on add method. So I am passing the two values a and b if the A and B value, and I'm just clicking on invoke. So let us take the two value and click on invoke. So you will get the output in the 30 output in a XML format. So my service is running fine. Then I'm clicking on this particular link. See here, this is one link. So see, this is the link. Service description is one, link is again provided. So when the service description link is again selected, so when the service description link is selected, you will find the WSDL document, and this WSDL document is provided, service provider provide this WSDL document to the end user. So client. So client is already, client developed the application, and client provide this WSDL reference in the client application. So client is giving the reference of this WSDL in its client application. So let us see how this client application and service application is integrated in the service oriented architecture. So see here, this is add web service client application, and in web service client application, just select the client application, right click and select add service reference, and in add service reference you provide the WSDL path, http localhost 4438 add service.asmx WSDL. Search the web service, that web service is available or not, and if the web service is available, I am finding one operations, addition operation, and the name of the service is given as service reference, and just I am clicking on OK. So after clicking on OK, the service reference is again added in my client application. So the client is now ready to call the web service with the help of service reference. So let us see the what changes we have to made in my client application. So client application is completed up to this, passing the two variables A and B, and after passing the two variables, the service reference dot add service SOAP client. So calling the service. So passing this A and B value to the SOAP client. So SOAP service, the input is again passed, and the variable name is given as service. New service reference dot add web service SOAP client. So this is the SOAP based service. So I am passing the value to the value with the help of SOAP request. So I am passing the SOAP request, and after passing the SOAP request, so service dot add and pass the A and B value. So after passing this value, so service accept 10 and 20, add the 10 and 20, the result is 30. So 30 is again given back to the response is given by the service back to the client application, and the client store that 30 result in A result. So integer variable is taken for storing the result. So result is A result, and I have taken one label 1.txt to store the result and to show that result to the end user. So after execution, the client application 10 and 20 values are again given. Then I am calling the web service, and after the web service is again successfully executed, the 30 result is again passed by the service in XML. So read that result and display that result with the help of the label. So I am displaying the result in the help of label. So this is the way of developing top-down approach. So following the top-down strategy of developing the web service. So I have covered the strategy with the help of an example. So let us see the steps. So common top-down strategy process steps. We have already seen this particular all the development steps with the help of the example. So you will easily easily understand the steps. The first step is define the relevant enterprise-wide ontology. So enterprise identifies the web service first, and that web service is again divided into smaller units with the help of decomposition method. So web service is what? Set of different tasks. So the main task is what? Calculator is the one main service, and that is divided into basic operation and the advanced operation. Again, in basic operation, I am grouping some operation as a basic operation. For example, addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication as a basic operation. So the large organization with multiple business areas can have several ontology. So in the large business organization, they may develop the multiple web services based on the different tasks, based on the different processes, based on the different tasks. So they develop the different web services. So here I have identified one web service called calculator web service. So it's a ontology or concept or the category or the subject. So subject is identified first, and then analysis is again carried out. And in the analysis, I have divided that web service into two important phases, the basic operations and the advanced operation. And after that basic and advanced, in basic, so I have identified addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So existing business model may need to be adjusted based on the end user requirement. So based on the end user requirement, that service is again decomposed. So here entity model is again used. So entity centric business service. Here the main entity is what? Calculator is the main entity. So that main entity is divided into basic service, basic operation and the advanced operation. So basic operation and advanced operation is also one entity. Again in basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are also the individual entities. So entity centric business service I am able to develop with the help of top down strategy. So after analysis, so after the problem is identified, then the developer performs the system analyst and developer performs the analyst perform the analysis. So to develop the add method, to develop the subtract method, the basic operations, advanced operations. So analysis is again carried out. So the thoroughly detailed analysis is again carried out in top-down strategy. So generally when we prepare the top-down strategy, maximum time is required for developing the web services. So to develop the web service with the help of top-down strategy, it requires maximum time because you are giving more time on analysis phase. So after thoroughly analysis, the design is again carried out. And after designing, the development, the technology is final, and with the help of that technology, the web services are again designed. And after designing, the integration of the web services. So integration of the web services. So while designing or integrating, so the testing is again carried out. So test the services and all the service operations. So while testing the basic operations, I am testing all addition, subtraction, multiplication, division thoroughly. And when the basic operations are again completed, then I am developing the advanced operations of that particular calculator service. So testing stage requires that all the service operations undergo necessary quality assurance checks. So after successful testing, deploy the services. The solution is finally deployed into production. Now the developers are again able, the user client is able to access this calculator service for performing basic operations and advanced operations after completion of the service with the help of top-down strategy. So the pros and cons of the top-down strategy. So the pros and cons of top-down strategy is, so building the service-oriented application with the help of top-down approach results in a high-quality service architecture. So high-quality web services are again developed with the help of top-down approach. So high quality services are again developed with the help of top-down approach. So design and parameters around each services are thoroughly analyzed, because as I have said that the time is given, more time is given in this particular approach. And if the developer provides more time for analysis, for designing, therefore it maximizing the reusability. If the time is given less, so reusability less. If the developer provide more time for analysis, so this type of again web services, the maximum reusability is again provided. So this is also one of the pros. So potential and opportunities are streamlined composition. So the application or the web services are developed from top to bottom. So one major cons of this top-down strategy is the time and money required for the top-down strategy as compared to bottom-up and meet in middle or agile. So this particular strategy required more time and more money. So this is only one cons of this particular top-down strategy. So in my next video lecture, I am covering the second strategy, and the second strategy is bottom-up strategy. So today I have covered the top-down strategy, and the top-down strategies are again having total 7 steps. The first step is define relevant ontology. So the web service is again identified first, and the decomposition method is again started. So after that, the second step is aligning the relevant business model. So align the, after decomposition, align the business services. Then the third is perform the service oriented analysis. So analysis is again carried out. After analysis, the design. So after designing, the development. And after development of web services, testing the web services. And after successful testing, deploying the web services. So this is what the common top-down strategies, strategy process steps followed when we use the top-down strategy. So in this video lecture, I am just covering the top-down strategy. In the next lecture, I am covering the bottom-up strategy with the help of example. So thank you.